because he could see very clear that, that these people are racially distinct from the Portuguese out there in Europe or whatnot. Right. So he was the first one to kind of come up with the idea of enslaving Black people just because of their Black. Right. Fast forward a few years, and then Christopher Columbus is making his expeditions to the Western world. And like I said, Europe is in turmoil. Right? They're in big trouble. Right. And Columbus, he discovers what he calls the New World, and he sees that these lands are very sparsely populated with indigenous population, right? Like they're not very heavily populated, and there's an opportunity here to bring the people from the Europe into these lands to basically cultivate the land and build land up and gather wealth because they're looking for wealth. This is where around this time. Between this time and what was going on in Spain, all of these things were happening around this time. The Spanish Inquisition was happening around this time. You had the pure blood laws in Spain and whatnot, essentially kicking out the Muslims and the Jews out of Europe. And at this time, the pure blood laws basically stated that if your paternal and maternal grandmother and paternal and maternal grandfathers were pure blood, like pure, like white, for lack of better words, and the Christian, then you would get the benefit of the rights, the status, and these type of things, right, during this time, right? So all this is kind of melding in together. So the word race was actually invented in Spain, a race meaning araza. Araza meaning to race for what? The race for wealth, resources, land, because this is what was happening at this time. And 7 or 8 countries that were involved in this race for wealth, resources, land, gold, all this kind of stuff. There was, of course, Portugal, as we mentioned. There was Spain, as we mentioned, Britain, France, Germany, Dutch were involved, and the Italians. And there's one more that I can't remember, right?